I've never been in a professional Pinter production, but I've loved his work all my life, long before I was even thought about being an actor. I did The Homecoming for my A-level English literature, and alongside some of the other things we were reading, I thought this is a really interesting piece of writing. It's felt really alive, and it was like a sort of a window into another world, a more adult world, a more sophisticated world.
He can be the most romantic writer you've ever heard. He can be the funniest. He can be the angriest, the most political, the most ambiguous. And all of it is just so relatable. You get it, even with his strangeness sometimes, or the lack of clarity of what's going on. It's so human and relatable.
I really missed him tonight. I mean, he's our captain, and we lost him 10 years ago. And frankly, given the rise of nationalism and American exceptionalism and foreign policy nightmares, somebody who would just stand up and say, this is wrong, you can't do this, and didn't really give a toss what people thought of him. We need him.
You get a gut reaction, and you can't quite explain it in the same way that he couldn't explain why he wrote or how he wrote. You just have an intuition about what it is, and you have to follow it. You cannot, if you try to define it, you get lost.
He doesn't waste words. He doesn't waste syllables even. Like if he can use one word, if you'd expect there to be 3 words, he'd use half a syllable. Do you know what I mean? He's that precise and that concise.
And to see that body of work, you know what I mean? He's a funny fellow, very funny man, very profound man, and the poetry just sings through it all.
He's got this really good connection to humans and to men and women, and he gets right down deep, and he's a visionary.
I just think there's a real joy in his relationship to language and making plays, alongside a deep responsibility to looking at the world how it is. You know, and we're not just tap dancing, you know, while the whole thing is falling apart. We're also looking at it and saying, this is it. We all know what's going on.